Welcome to Community News. This is your weirdo Jolise DeAngelis reporting. This is in celebration of the end of summer. Actually, it's a bad hair day, but I'll just say it's because of summer. Okay, let's get started with the news. Okay, first of all, here we have Joan King. She has recently uploaded her 500th card to reach gold status as a crafter. And now that she's a designer, she's finally become a silver designer. Congratulations, Joan. A twofold congrats there. What a wonderful thing. See what you can do when you join CUP. Here's Diane White and a group of crafters. They are crafting for the Tuberous Sclerosis Association. So far, Diane has raised since 2005 over 4,000 pounds, but since she started making and selling Craftsuprint, she's raised over 2,000. Congratulations, good for you. Now we have some doings to report on that Crafty Bob. Well, yeah, sort of Crafty Bob, sort of not. Here's Crafty Bob. He loves hiding among all the postal bags there. Well, normally, we used to only have one bag of mail, but you know what, not with the Robin Hood of craft being so generous. We're now sending out 15 bags of mail. The Royal Mail had to send a bigger van to CUP and the whole works. So look at that, Crafty Bob just having fun with his mail. Well, we're glad he sends it out, aren't we? Here, let's see here. Now here we have some fantastic, boy, I didn't get my act together today, but let's see what I can come up with. Okay, we have these this beautiful sheet. Isn't it gorgeous? It is by Anne-Marie Vo. Oops, excuse me. It is by Anne-Marie Vo. It is CUP 346015_10. It's just beautiful. And check out what Chris Smart did with that. She said this is a stunning design that any bride and groom would just be proud to receive. So go out and check out Anne-Marie's design there. It's absolutely stunning. Now we have a design by Lee Jacobs. Lee Jacobs is the master of Crafty Bob himself. Well, here's one of Crafty Bob's probably little nieces here. Isn't she just adorable? I love this. This is CUP 351027_353 by Lee Jacobs, and we have an absolutely stunning example of what to do with this card by Jane Wells. Check it out. Lee gives you just basically the 3D elements. She made this amazing card with all that. Oh, Jane, it is absolutely beautiful. It's just gorgeous. She said it's very easy to cut out too, so that's always a good plus for us, isn't it? Okay, now, boy, it's dark in here. My hat must be making it kind of dark. Okay, so here we have another design. Isn't this beautiful? This is a bridal shower or congratulations on your engagement card. It is CUP 356473_1571 by Deborah Laraway. And we have a beautiful card. I absolutely love what Pam Stubley did to this design. Check it out. She made it into a side stepper. She says it's very easy to do. You get some extra work. She's like, oh, there's just so many variations you could do with this card. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you both, Deborah and Pam. And here is a beauty. Now you might wonder, what in the world is this sheet with all those teapots, etc.? First of all, let me tell you, it's by Dawn Hill. It's CUP 359180_351. And now our very own Margaret McCartney tells us what that design actually is. How awesome is that? A little box. It's absolutely beautiful. She says it stands about 4 inches tall and will hold a small gift. She's like, it's just very quick, very easy to make. Fantastic job. So now let's go to what we're going to be making today for today's project. Today we're going to be making, well, we're not actually going to be making this lovely card. I actually made this lovely card here. But I'm going to be showing you how to do this iris folding. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern by Anna Babajanian. Anna Babajanian is actually from Armenia originally. She now is residing and working in China. Anna is a very, very talented designer. Now, I first met Anna over iris folding, which we see in this card here, but Anna does amazing work. She is, to me, the queen of gold. She's no longer a gold designer. She's actually platinum, but like all of her regular card designs, they have gold in them somewhere, and she herself draws all the beautiful curves and laces and everything you see on Anna's designs. It's all Anna. It's absolutely amazing. So let's get started with her beautiful abstract flower iris folding design. That's Crafty Bob News. Jolie DeAngelis more or less reporting. Anna's iris folding pattern here, abstract flower iris folding pattern. It kind of cut off the top here because I printed it on letter paper instead of A4. Beautiful, beautiful pattern here. Now we're going to make this again, or this pattern today, but I'm going to show you a few things to kind of help you out with iris folding. First of all, you need to, the two most important things to be careful to consider is the cardstock that you're going to be making your pattern with, and then also your papers that you're going to be folding your pattern with. Now the cardstock that you use, it needs to be fairly thick. It doesn't need to be real thick. This one isn't real thick. I'm sorry, I don't have the thickness of scrapbooking paper and I don't know what it is. But it needs to be enough so that it won't like really bend a lot. It won't like fold on you while you're doing the iris folding. And the papers that you actually are going to use for the iris folding bits needs to be paper that's thin but not it still needs to be opaque, let's put it that way. Okay, for instance, you can use all kinds of things. I love using chocolate candy wrapper foil. Works absolutely fantastic. It's a very fun thing to work with. Here I have foil that is from boy, I'm sorry, my brain isn't working very well today. The foil that is from a florist, so you can use even the paper-backed foil. You can actually use either side of this, but I've got a light purple, a dark purple, and a green. Yeah, I think I will use the dark green on my lavender cardstock here. Now your backing, it can be a scene, or it can be like scrapbooking cardstock. Just remember that it can't be so busy that it cancels out your iris folding pattern altogether. And another thing is when you cut your pattern, I always use a craft knife and do it on my cutting board here, and just very carefully follow around on all of the lines. Now Anna's patterns are very frequently detailed, not always, and Anna has so many different iris fold, everything from flowers to simple abstracts to fashion to anything. I mean, her iris folding patterns are amazing, as are all of her designs. So let's get started. I will cut this out. Now let's just show you very carefully. Just put your knife there and just carefully follow along the line there. It's really very, very easy. There are a couple of reasons why you want to do this from the back of the card. First of all, when you do it from the back of the card, then it's going to be very easy to do your numbers because your numbers will be straight. Now, as you can tell here, I have a pattern that I have shrunk from Anna's original. For instance, let me bring back her original pattern here. Is this one quite big? I'm not going to do it on that big of a scale. So what I did was I shrunk it and I put it on here 4 times. Once to cut out, once to do my iris folding, and then I have it the opposite way in case I decide at some point I want to do it the opposite way on a card. So it works out really, really well that way. Now let's just do some cutting here. Let's just quick paste this so you can see me as I cut this. Then you take it and you put it on your other pattern here like this, and you tape it again. Tape it again on there like that. Kind of try and keep it out of the way of the iris folding, and you'll see why in a minute here when we start doing the iris folding. And I will give you a few more tips for that in a second. Okay, now another thing when you actually do the iris folding, a couple of things. Have your iris folding strips already cut and folded before you start. And another thing is to have your tape strips. See, check this out. See, now I have my little tape strips on all the ends of this. And it will make, if I can just take my tape one at a time and do it, it's a lot easier than having to stop every time and rip your tape. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to start with my light purple. And see here where she has number 1. So we just lay that on there, and then I'll just kind of snip it, and then I'll tape it down. It's really easy to do. Sometimes if you can, if you have these snipped ahead of time, that works great too. I just don't like to do that because personally I just like to figure out how much I need as I put it on the card. So either way you want to do it is fine. Just go ahead and start there, and then I go for my tape instead of on my ruler here. And let's just go ahead and you can watch as I do this. I'm very quick. Voila! The back of the iris folding is done. Now the moment of truth. So again, we have our temporary tape that we can take off. By the way, this removable tape is reusable too. I usually just keep a couple of pieces of it kind of attached to the side of my desk. As you can tell, this cardstock is a little bit picky, a little bit of it's coming up, but it doesn't matter because it's the back of the card. So, okay, are you ready to see the front? See, now here is why you don't want to put your tape here close to the iris folding, because otherwise you'll pull up some of your other tape when you do it. So let's go. Let's see the other side. How beautiful is that? I tell you, this pattern of Anna's is such a winner, and the iris folding just looks tremendously beautiful. And that's why I use foil too, because it's very, very thin. If you do happen to use paper that gets really, really thick, you can always use your silicone glue or your foam pads to put in the corner and then lay it on top of your card or on top of your topper or something. So there's just a little bit of room there, and then you won't have a bulk where where your iris folding is.